Hello guys, what is up? Okay, yes, this is a different kind of video from a sports content video. But I wanted to talk to you guys about a very interesting season that a lot of you guys might not know about, but I did look this up on the internet because it really intrigued me. It was one I think it was very special to my heart because I've always wanted to go to Texas Tech. However, I am going to a different college, so yeah. In the end, I do want to talk about, do you guys, as you see on the screen right here, the 2008 Big 12 season and the conference championship. Now you might be thinking to yourselves, what's the importance? Well, first of all, Missouri Tigers, when they were in the Big 12, were tied with Nebraska. And Missouri eventually, via a tiebreaker, went represented in the Big 12 Conference Championship. Now, it was a North Division. Now, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, and Texas all got 7-1 conference records. However, Oklahoma of the South Division represented in the Big 12 Championship. And might I say, I will get that to the end of the video. However, I do want to talk about this a little bit because, a different style of content, and I think you guys need not you guys think you need it, but however, I think, as a person who likes football and everything, needs to change it up a little bit, and I do like this kind of video. I've never really tried it out. However, you know what? It's like a part of college football lore, especially the Big 12 lore. And now the fact that Missouri's for the SEC, Oklahoma and Texas are eventually leaving to go to the SEC by 2024 and by 2025, it's time for some lore. It's time to dig up into the depths of this thing where, this is like one of those things where it's like, what, it's time to do this. It's like time to relive a moment in NCAA football history. Not only that, but college football history. And same thing. Oh, and Big 12 history for football. And by the way, literally all of these teams from the Big 12 South Division could have made it into the 2009 BCS National Championship against Florida. However, some conference games messed it up. And that's what we're going to dive into here today. And let's get started. Alright guys, so yes, Missouri and Nebraska were part of the Northern Division back in 2008 for the Big 12 season. Now, now you have to put yourselves in your shoes for a minute. Both Missouri and Nebraska were tied with the 5-3 records in conference games because that technically mattered. I don't know why it does. However, Missouri qualified for the conference championship in 2008 by virtue of its record 52-17 between the games between Missouri and Nebraska. Now, yes, I will leave a link of this article down in the description below. Yes, it's from Wiki. I am sorry for using Wiki as a source. However, I did it and I thought it was interesting. So, yeah. So, yes, I'm not using any articles or anything. I do use I will keep it in the description below, so that way, if you think it's credible or not, let me know down in the comment section below, and you can tell me whether it is or not. Here's the thing, okay? I don't think, okay, because of the victory, because both Nebraska and Missouri faced off each other for conference play, because technically, I don't know if this was back then when the Big 12 had division play. I assume that all the Northern and Southern Division teams faced off within each other, and they would face off against some others in other division in the other division, and they just play out of conference, non-conference games, and that would determine stuff. So this is one of those tiebreaker for the Northern Division. It's gonna be it was interesting to me because Nebraska and Missouri are both non-Big 12 members now. Missouri SEC, Nebraska Big Ten, and yeah, I just felt like, you know what? It's interesting. Although this is not where it gets interesting. It gets interesting, but it gets better with the Southern. Alright, guys. Well, welcome. Okay, so we're now going to talk about the Big 12 2008 season for the Southern Conference. Now, obviously, Oklahoma and Texas, they have had a long-running rivalry, of course. However, you might not expect that Texas Tech, yes, was into the mix. So, let's start off with the first game of these three. Oklahoma versus Texas. As you know, it's part of the Red River rivalry. Of course, it was played at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, Texas won 45-35. Although, and this is a big one, Texas defeated rank 1 Oklahoma 45-35, like I said. Texas was ranked 5. Oklahoma was ranked 1. Let's move on. This historic matchup between Texas and Texas Tech, which had Michael Crabtree in it, if anybody remembers. I'll just sum this up. Number 1 ranked Texas was defeated by number ranked 7 Texas Tech 39-33. That actually put Texas Tech at the number 2 spot and Texas at the number 4 spot, which meant if Texas Tech could win Oklahoma in the next game they had against them, they will automatically be in the Big 12 2008 Big 12 Conference Championship. And if they won that against Missouri, they would have been in the 2009 BCS Bowl. However, that did not happen. Obviously, Oklahoma was able to defeat Texas Tech, ranked 5 against ranked 2, 65-21. Yes, you heard that 5. 65-21. I repeat that. 65-21. Rank 5 Oklahoma versus rank 2 Texas Tech. I do have to remind you that Sam Bradford, yes, oh my god, Sam Bradford was a part of this team. So, it's ridiculous. So, Yes, Sam Bradford was part of this team. Yeah, so and all three of the teams could have had a Heisman winner. Were potential was in the running up runner were in the list of Heisman Trophy candidates. Here is the thing: for divisional tiebreakers, I'm gonna keep this short. There were A and B had 7 steps. If two teams are tied, the winner of the game between the two tied teams shall be representative. If 3 or more teams are tied, steps 1 through 7 will be followed until a determination is made. Only if 2 teams remain tied after any step, the winner of the game between the two tied teams shall be representative. So, 1, the records of the 3 teams will be compared against each other. 2, the records of the 3 teams will be compared within their division. The records of the 3 teams will be compared against the next highest placed teams in their division in order of finish. 4, 5, and 6. The records of the 3 teams will be compared against all common conference opponents. The highest ranked in the first BCS poll following the completion of the Big 12 regular season conference play shall be the representative. The team with the best overall winning percentage, excluding exempted games, shall be the representative. The representative will be chosen by draw. Now, okay, that's a lot. So, all 4 were applied. The first 4 were applied, all were tied. The 5th one, it was broken, and Oklahoma, out of all of them, it was it was 0.9351. Texas was 3rd, 0.9223, and Texas Tech was 7th, 0.7805. Actually, Oklahoma was 2nd with 0.9351. Texas was 3rd at 0.9223. Texas Tech was 7th at 0.87805. Now, okay, continuing on. So that meant Oklahoma was chosen as the representative of the Southern Division to the 2008 Big 12 Conference Championship. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people thought this was controversial because they thought Texas should have made it. Texas, of course, other criteria followed, and the Oklahoma game, the BCS rankings were inappropriate, and also the Texas victory against Oklahoma was a neutral site game, so it should have had more weight, more to the Texas victory. Alright, okay. So, all 3 teams were presented with the Southern Division trophy. However, Oklahoma eventually faced Missouri, the conference championship, that year in 2008. What do I think of that? Switch up your divisional tiebreakers. I'll get more into, I'll break down the conference championship. And, yeah, I think it's controversial. And, yeah, I'll break down, yeah, I just think it's controversial. Alright, okay, so this is gonna be the end of this video. I do want to wrap up saying that, yes, so we're gonna end this off with Missouri facing off against Oklahoma. At this time, because of the BCS polls, I do want to state that at this point, after I talked about in the last segment, which is the most critical part, Oklahoma, okay, was ranked 4th in the AP poll, and Missouri ranked 19th in the AP poll. However, in the BCS polls, Oklahoma was ranked 2, and Missouri was ranked 20th. So either way, this would have been a big game for Missouri, especially if they were to defeat a top dog in Oklahoma. However, it didn't happen, and obviously, yeah, it didn't happen. So, like, this was held in Arrowhead, Kansas City, Missouri. And that's why you see 2008 Big 12 Championship, Kansas City, Dr. Pepper is sponsored. And yes, I understand that this is like one of the most best teams, like one of the greatest teams. Oklahoma is 11-1, while Missouri is 9-3. I forgot to put the records, but I'm not going to. However, I do want to state this. This might be, if Missouri beat Oklahoma, if Missouri were to beat Oklahoma, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know what would have happened in, like, the lore of college football because of, like, the simple fact that it was interesting. It was very interesting. And yeah, it was just interesting. At that time, though, you know, you have to consider, like, Florida being ranked and those kinds of teams. So, like, I want you to understand that it was pretty good on everybody's part. So, if you were to look at the BCS polls at that time, because the BCS poll, BCS rankings matter, although some of the others kind of matter in some degree. Alabama faced off against Florida. And Alabama technically was ranked 1, and Florida was ranked 2. Oklahoma was ranked 4th, and Missouri was ranked... oh my god, I forgot. You know the ranking, I already told you. So, Florida beat Alabama, and they dropped, while Oklahoma won against Missouri in a very, very big fashion, and Florida and Oklahoma faced off. That's how you get the 2009 BCS National Championship. Yes, I understand it's kind of whacked, but it is whacked. And yeah, so Missouri is ranked 19th. Oklahoma was ranked 4th in the AP polls. Coaches poll, ranked 2 versus ranked 17, and BCS polls, ranked 2 versus ranked 20th. So, if Missouri were to ever hypothetically beat Oklahoma, in a hypothetical scenario, we would never know how the BCS polls or even anything could have like been, and it would have been like history in my eyes, because you know it is what it is. So yeah. So that is it. I know we got a little time left. I'm just gonna say how I'm gonna say. This is the most interesting controversy I've ever seen. I wanted to end this with the college with the big 2008 Big 12 championship game, conference championship game, if you will, because you know. So this involved 2 tiebreakers. For the Northern Division, it was a 2-way. Southern Division, it was a 3-way. And yes, they were geographic, and I looked in, and it was geographic. Also, another thing, Oklahoma went on to face Florida. Tim Tebow versus Sam Bradford. And guess who won, guys? Tim Tebow in the BCS National Championship. Although, I will state that yeah, it was a pretty big season. Although, if you want some more of these kinds of videos, let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know about if you want me to do a Big 12 video. That would be kind of sick. And I will do a video on that and let you guys know about the situation about the realignment. So, like, obviously, what's my opinion on this? I felt like Texas should have been in, because of the sort of criteria and everything. Although that was changed at a later date. So if this situation ever happened again, it would be out clean. And yeah, I think, like, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, alright. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book as well as for me. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!